Tangled. Wanted, Flynn Wider. By Rebecca Schmidt. Princess Rapunzel and Flynn Rider were visiting friends at the Snuggly Duckling. Rapunzel was learning how to play the piano from hook hand. Flynn was learning how to do interior designs by Gunther, and he was a little less excited than Rapunzel. A little to the right, Gunther said. The right? Really? Flynn said, moving the vase. Suddenly, the door flew open, and the nobleman's horse Max, followed by 2 guards. Max silently held up a wanted poster in his mouth, and the picture was of Flynn. Anyone else getting deja vu? Flynn asked. It was like they stole my tiara again, Rapunzel said, as she read the warrant for Flynn's arrest. What? I didn't do anything. Why does everybody think it's me? Flynn said. Rapunzel just looked at him. Well, I guess we have a few reasons, said Flynn. The guards explained that late the night before, someone looking like Flynn snuck into the castle and had stolen Rapunzel's tiara, right from underneath the guards' nose. There was witnesses all over town that said that they had seen Flynn running away from the scene of the crime, and the guards had no choice but to arrest Flynn. Don't worry, Rapunzel said. We'll clear this whole thing up. You'll be back in interior design class in no time. Hurry, Flynn said, as the guards led him away, and don't let Gunther move the vase. The door shut behind Max and the guards and Flynn. What are we going to do? Hook's hand said to Rapunzel. Rapunzel looked at her friends at the Snuggly Duckling. She was worried that she knew Flynn hadn't stolen the tiara, but she had to prove it. Let's go back into town and do some investigating, Rapunzel said. Later that day, Rapunzel and her friends reached Corona and questioned the townspeople. The people were abuzz with the news and theories of the theft of the tiara. I heard it was Flynn Rider who stole it and gave it to a princess in a faraway land, the shopkeepers told Bruiser. Oh, please, said Rapunzel. The baker said that he had heard Flynn was trying to trade the tiara for his freedom from an evil magician, and a gardener said that Flynn was going to give the tiara to buy a ship and sail far, far away. He'd never do that, Rapunzel said. He hates sailing. The townspeople swore they saw Flynn the night before. The librarian had spotted Flynn sneaking around a paint shop. A sailor had seen Flynn down on the docks. And how do you know it was him? Rapunzel asked the sailor. The thief was wearing a green vest just like Flynn always wears, the sailor said, as a matter of factly. Besides, he had stolen the tiara before. But he couldn't have been at the paint shop and at the docks. They're on opposite sides of town. And there aren't 2 Flynns, Rapunzel said. Plus, the last time he stole the tiara, he had help. Rapunzel turned to her friends and started to suspect who really might have been behind the theft. But it was clear that Flynn's name had been cut by a few actual criminals. I think I have a plan, Rapunzel said, drawing everyone into a tight huddle. Now listen closely. Rapunzel and her friends rushed back to the castle where the king and queen. First, I need a royal messenger to tell the town that we're looking for royal jewels to the throne room to protect them, Rapunzel said. Then I need you to send Max and his guard on an important mission out of town. Then everyone will know that the castle and all the jewels are undefended, said the queen and queen together. Exactly, said Rapunzel. The sun began to set, and the townspeople watched in amazement as Max led his guards to the city gates. They must be going to find the Princess Tiara, the gardener said to the town librarian. The royal messengers had told everyone in the kingdom that the jewels had been moved to the castle's throne room. With everything in one place, and the precious treasure would be easier to protect, especially from evil magicians, the baker told the gardener. Soon it was time for everyone in the castle to go to sleep. It had been a long, eventful day, and everyone was tired. Without any of the guards in the castle, there would be no one to notice two shadowy figures crossing over the roof. And then there would be no guards to see the same two figures lower a rope into the dark throne room and slowly close down. And the thieves were back to steal the royal jewels. The two people landed softly on the floor of the throne room. They quietly walked to the middle of the room looking for the royal jewels, but the room was empty. I don't understand, the Gruff said. Where are all the jewels? Suddenly the room was full of light, and Rapunzel and her friends ran out of hiding. And it had all been a trap all along. In the harsh light of her lantern, Rapunzel saw two figures that were dressed in matching green vests, just like Flynn's. And she wasn't fooled for a moment. It was Attila and Hook Hand. As Attila and Hook Hand restrained the criminals, Rapunzel removed their brown wigs to reveal the Stabbington brothers. How did you know we'd be here? The Stabbington brothers asked Rapunzel. I knew that with the idea of getting the jewels was way too tempting for you to pass up, Rapunzel said. Especially when you had seen all the guards leave the city. You know that I had a scary group of thugs to help me out. Rapunzel explained to her friends how the Stabbington brothers had to disguise themselves as Flynn to hide their true identities. That the townspeople had seen Flynn in many different places, but there had been two of him. We knew that you would be at the bottom of this, Rapunzel said. The queen said, giving her daughter a hug. Rapunzel smiled. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business in the dungeon. Flynn's name was cleared, and Max and Rapunzel personally freed him from jail. I left the room warm for you, Flynn said to the Stabbington brothers, as Hook Hand and Vladimir locked him up. Now there is only one left mystery to solve. Where is my tiara? Rapunzel asked the Stabbington brothers. I can get my frying pan if I have to. Boys, I'd be careful. You don't want to be on the wrong end of Rapunzel's frying pan. Believe me, I know. It's right here, said the brothers, pulling the tiara out from underneath his vest. After he stole the jewels, we were planning on going to the docks and sailing a whale to a faraway land. Not anymore, said Flynn, as he took the tiara and placed it back on Rapunzel's head. That's better. To celebrate the mystery, everyone went back to the Snuggly Duckling for a welcome back party. To be honest with you, I was a little nervous, Rapunzel said to Flynn. You? Nervous? Never. Remember, I'm Flynn Rider. I've sailed to distant lands to see fair princesses, battled evil magicians, and adventure is my life, Flynn said with a wink. Good thing, too, Gunther said, because you are a terrible interior decorator. Rapunzel laughed, too. It was good to be among friends. The end.